All right, Carl, let's just address the elephant in the room. How do you feel physically? I think all Jets fans want to know.
Oh yeah, I feel good. I was like, what happened? Surprise.
Yeah.
No, I feel good. Yeah.
For someone like you, who's so tenacious in everything you do, how do you approach rehab? Like, what's your mentality so it doesn't go stale, because it can be a very tedious process?
I mean, I don't really think of it like anything. I mean, it sucks, but I mean, it's just like a lot of people have it worse. If you love something, you'll take care of it each and every day, you know?
So entering year 2 now, like, what are your goals for yourself right now in May?
To be the best version of myself, to get to that point, to be better than what I was each day, try to improve on whatever I can to get better. But the best version of myself, I always feel like can be phenomenal.
And how do you get to that point?
You work hard each and every day. And every day I'm not going to be motivated, but just make sure I stay disciplined. You know, I'm human, but just make sure I stay disciplined in what I want to accomplish. What I want to accomplish, if I got to sit back a day and rest, if I got to work hard, but keep being disciplined and just keep being, keep doing what I've been doing, honestly.
So Coach Sala was talking about in the spring, holding you out of the few team period practices, the 11-on-11s, being rather cautious in that angle. So what has the spring been like for you? What are you focusing on now before training camp, before whenever you're cleared to be a full go?
I mean, kind of what I was focused on last year. I was kind of like OTAs is OTAs. I didn't do much in OTAs last year. Same thing. It's actually more dialed down this year. So I'm just focused on like mastering every little bit of movement, get my body to be as efficient as possible, getting in shape, staying in shape, maybe cutting a little bit of weight. Just things like that, like watching different parts of film, understanding the defense more, every little thing, every little detail. But I think a little bit more this offseason, since I've been in New York a little bit more, just getting to know my teammates, being around them a little bit more, spending time with just everybody. So every little thing.
How do you balance training for the season but also rehabbing? Like, were you able to have the off season that you wanted to focus on yourself?
Yeah, I train everywhere I go. Like, if I'm walking around a corner, it's a tackle. Like, so I mean, it's not. So I mean, it's not like I'm never not involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My mind is in it. A lot of people, like, it sucks. I wish I could turn it off. It's like, he was like, oh, I need some time away from football. As soon as I got hurt, I was like, damn, I want to go back to practice. Like, so maybe life would be easier for me if it wasn't that way, and I wouldn't be so frustrated. But I mean, I'm always getting better. No matter, it doesn't have to be physical. So that's I rehab, but I'm thinking about my craft as well.
Okay, so Coach Sala said that we all know you're a film junkie. He said that you were watching film on the college prospects. The Jets obviously drafted 2 of them, Jermaine Johnson, Michael Clemens. Mm-hmm. When you first watched on the tape, like, what's your initial impression of Jermaine Johnson and Michael Clemens? What do you think that they can add to this room from an early part of their career?
I mean, they have their own talents, but I mean, I think Jermaine really is a really technical rusher. Really advanced, has power step. He can win in all 3 ways. He can win off the edge, he can win with speed to power, and he can win on the inside move. And those are traits that translate to being a high-level rusher here. And then Michael Clemens is real physical, has a real good cross chop on the left side. Really big dude, really serious about it. From the first time I meet him, I love that.
Have you met him in person yet?
Mm-hmm.
Off of that, now with the room, with yourself, those guys, and everyone else that's been added or coming back,
mm-hmm.
I don't want you to put expectations on the group, but how good could this group be once you guys find chemistry and once the regular season comes around?
I always think the sky's the limit, but we got to stay healthy and we got to continue to just work each day and just keep our head down and just grind. I think we got a bunch of guys in here that are going to do that. I think there's a bunch of guys who are hungry and who've faced different adversities. Mm-hmm. And that is, like I said, that's a breeding ground for monsters, because no one's going to be like the low man on a totem pole. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Everybody's going to be like, all right, let me get right. You know what I'm saying? So I think the room that they built is the sky's the limit.
All right, one last question for you. It's been almost a year, I guess, kind of, since you put on pads and a helmet, mm-hmm. going up, lining up against another team. Just from your perspective, you can go as granular or as broad as you want with this. What are you most looking forward to once you're finally able to put on a helmet, put on pads, and go practice or plan a game?
I just could go play and just let just let my work speak for itself. I'm nothing really, no sweat off my back. Just go out there and just play. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not really much pressure besides from myself.
Awesome. Carl, appreciate the time. Thank you.
Appreciate it.